Emmy! If Cornelia had the use of both her hands, perhaps she would have struck the top of Emmeline's head for her insolence. As it was, she did not, and all she could do was glare. Glare and blush. Cornelia blushed a lot. That was one of the downsides of having such fair skin. That, and when she poked herself with the sewing needle, she was so prone to doing, the red welts that resulted stood out sharply, starkly against her milky complexion. Why are you acting so coy, Nellie? You know you enjoy my company, really. But because as it may be, you're behaving rather childishly right now, and I have no desire to indulge your whims. Honestly? Honestly. Even if those whims are your own as well? Well... Cornelia let her head hang, her face turning just a shade darker. This was not the first time that the two girls had held hands. They had been friends ever since they were small, and they were not unfamiliar with the sensation of each other's skin. Now smell her. In fact, they were more well versed in one another's bodies than one might have expected. I knew it! Lesbians! Oh, that's great. Icy and Carrie. Though their mothers would have scolded them for the unladylike manner in which they compared themselves when they left alone by the lakeside, they would have been scandalized to learn of the other, more intimate attractions that had taken place between the two girls. It had only been a month or so ago, when drunk on the lazy heat of the encroaching summer, the two girls had slowly, lackadaisically, shared their first kiss. Not a kiss on the cheek or the temple, as they'd done during their babyhood, but a true kiss typically shared between adults of the opposite sex. Neither of them knew who had instigated the kiss, or why they had lingered so long in such a manner, their lips pressed together, but they both agreed after the fact that they had liked it. It had just felt right. As such, without giving these moments of intimacy too much thought, the two girls had continued to display their affection for one another in such a manner all through the summer of 1851. It may have been uncommon for two women to exchange such kisses and caresses, but what of it? Why should they not kiss one another if they wanted to? The lakeside was their own private place to haunt, their secret garden, where they explored their secret gardens, and nothing could intrude upon them there, not even so-called common decency. That was another question. Why should it be indecent? Emmeline did not understand. She loved Cornelia, and Cornelia loved her. And was that not enough? But even if it was not enough for the rest of the world, it was more than enough for her. You know you really are beautiful. Do you honestly think so? Of course! I thought so from the moment I was old enough to understand what beauty is. You are one of the loveliest people I've ever seen. Is that why you like me then? Because you think I'm pretty, and I let you touch my boobs? Maybe. We're human beings are fickle. Isn't your father proof of that? How cruel, Emmy. You're not only kissing me because you think I'm pretty, then perhaps I should reevaluate the nature of our relationship. You are nothing more than a rake. You're even worse than that awful Wedgwood boy. You would compare me to Aubrey Wedgwood? My dear Cornelia, I am wounded. I am nothing at all like that boyish fop. I wonder... He can be awfully insistent, though. Is it not fitting for a young man? Of course it's not fitting. Do you know, he even deigned to take my hand during your mama's garden party last week? Honestly? Indeed, I would have slapped him, Nellie, had his mother not happened upon us. Did she scold him? Lady Wedgwood? Of course not. Emmeline spat on the ground and did not even have the courtesy to wipe her mouth with a handkerchief afterwards. Under normal circumstances, Cornelia would have scolded Emmeline, but on this score she relented, thinking about how Aubrey Wedgwood often made her want to spit too. She sure dotes that spoiled son of hers, Why, she probably believes him to be the second coming of Christ, though he flirts with every single woman in the village, old or young.